Hey, my creative friends. I am not home tonight. It is Alan's Christmas party and with his work. And so I thought we would be home by now, but we just started eating. Because it started at 6 and it's 8:30 here now. And so we've been here quite a while and we just started eating. So where I'm at the Vasa Museum, which it is a fascinating story. Hey Tricia. So his work party set aside, I guess, reserved the Vasa Museum, and you just have to look it up, VASA Museum, and it's a story about a ship that was built for war, Sweden's war with Poland, and it basically went out, I think it floated for about 10 minutes or so just outside of the harbor of Sweden and sank. Just totally sank. And there's this long story, and it's a magnificent ship because 98% of the ship, since it was submerged and there weren't any of the bugs and everything else, 98% of the ship is original what it was, and I think it's 1500s, 1600s, but totally fascinating. And I wanted to go to this museum, but I waited because Alan wanted to go. But I'll have to say, it is fascinating being in a museum when you're the only ones. Basically his company, and it's not a huge group. And to be able to just walk around a museum and see the things and take your pictures and just have your private tour, and it was less like this is right up my alley. That to be able to come to something like this and just have this amazing experience of hearing the story and seeing the ship, and I'm definitely going to come back to because we didn't obviously take that long of a tour, but it's a special night for me for being able to go to the museum. So, and then this is our dinner, and we're in the middle of dinner now, but it's like, okay, I gotta go, be with my creative friends for a minute. So our it's a 4-course meal, and they closed off the restaurant for us too, and so like I'm tucked away in this little corner, and actually the restaurant is like on the Baltic Sea, so like all the way around you just have Baltic Sea and just the lights and the ships and boats, and it's just the magical. I think Sweden's kind of magical that way. Settings and that sort of thing are just idyllic. So our menu, the first course I've had, cloudberry pickled herring with cream fricassee, dark bread croutons, pickled shallots, and cress. Now, the herring, I told you I went to the Yule board, and they had herring fixed 10 different ways, and I tried the sauce of one. But tonight I actually took a bite. I got brave, ventured, had a new experience, like we talk about being creative, and it actually wasn't that bad. And when you put it with the cream fricassee, it was like, okay, I can do this. And the pickled wasn't that, like really pickled. So that was interesting. Then we're gonna have tartare on reindeer and spruce shoots, cranberries, grated egg yolk, mustard seeds, Jerusalem artichoke. Then we're gonna have either halibut or pork, and then a gingerbread brownie, and just some other little things. I didn't know there was white chocolate powder. So it's just a little delightful evening. But the highlight for me was being in the museum and seeing it and hearing the stories and having it all to ourselves. That was just tickled me. And so, but I didn't, I had something else planned, but obviously I'm not gonna do that because, dinner. But anytime you get a chance to do some different things, we've talked about different experiences and stuff, and so anytime you get a chance to do something different, try it. I've never had an experience to be in a museum by myself, and well, not by myself, I kind of felt by myself, but to just be here in quiet and to look at things and just be able to have the quietness of the building and to be able to just look at will of what you want to look at. This has just really been a really delightful night. So I just wanted to share that with you. Look at that, Vasa Museum, great story. Well, I mean, kind of a tragic story for Sweden, but a very good story about what happened was they designed this ship and it was too narrow. Because when I was looking at it, I was sitting down and saying, why didn't it float? It was too narrow, top heavy. They had a couple rows, two rows for guns, gun rows, 2 levels. And a wind came up and it knocked it over, and it just tipped it over. But the thing was, is the story you told us was the captain knew that it was not sailworthy. The builder knew that it wasn't sailworthy, but everybody was afraid to say something. So they knew the design was going to fail, but nobody said anything, which is fascinating to me, because it's like, if you know it's not going to sail, at some point, I mean, you don't want to say anything then, but at some point it's gonna play out and it's going to fail, and you then what? You think it's bad telling the king now? What's it going to be like later? So apparently they found somebody to be the scapegoat, and it was the original builder who started building, but he died a few months into it, and then somebody else picked up the hammer, so to speak, and then they turned around and blamed it all on this one man. I just thought, oh, that's so bad, because everybody knew. So it was just interesting to me. I wondered. This is how they're little ships. I'm gonna see if I can just turn that around. Oh, see, just kind of I'm showing you just kind of the restaurant. That's on my group down there. So that's it for tonight. My tip is to take opportunities when you get them to be able to have different things than what you normally would do. And yeah, if you ever get a chance to be in a museum with a small group of people to just enjoy being there, you should do it. It's been great. So remember, you have a creative heartbeat, so listen for it, and I will be back tomorrow. Bye. Hi, Erica. Bye, Erica.